What up, guys? How we doing? Happy Monday. Hope everyone is doing great. Hope everyone is doing fantastic. We are live. We are live. What's going on, Blazin'? How are we? Good to see you, my friend. We are presently live both on Twitch and on YouTube for episode 2 of You Gon' Learn Today. I really like this series that I started doing, simply because it's an opportunity for me to sharpen my skills, so that they don't deteriorate outside of what I might do for, my personal stuff, like my stream and everything like that. But it's also an opportunity for you guys, like if this is something that you want to learn, or if this is an area that you guys would like to go into from a career path standpoint, your girl's got you covered. She's got you covered. So our first episode was last week. We did who did we do? We did Jahmyr Gibbs. We found a really cool graphic on Pinterest, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how this graphic was made. And I feel like, to an extent, like that's a lot of what these episodes are gonna be, if that makes sense. Like, I want to walk you guys through how these I just want to walk you guys through how these graphics are made, exactly what they did, and so on and so forth. We will be getting into landing pages. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about that. I think episode 3 we will finally get started with the Matt Canada landing page. We're gonna go through the process from beginning to end as far as doing our research, finding the assets, and everything like that. So, if you guys just want to sit back and lurk and watch, that's completely fine. If you do have questions, please, when it comes to learning, guys, when it comes to learning and wanting to dive into something new or something that you don't know, there's no stupid questions, okay? There's no stupid questions. What's going on, Hamburger? How we doing? So if you guys have questions about anything, please let me know. I'm happy to stop in my tracks and show you guys what it is, show you guys the process of how things are done. All right, so without further ado, I kind of put out a teaser yesterday with a Madden player rating graphic. As you guys know, EA Madden NFL, they send out these graphics pretty much every week, as far as letting people know, hey, Lady K's in the house, let's go, let's get it. They send out these graphics every single week as far as letting people know, if a player has increased in, a certain area. How's Victory Monday treating you? Well, it's not exactly Victory Monday for me. It's Victory Monday for other people, but we more so as Steeler fans had a Victory Friday. So, our victory we're on to Green Bay. Like, our victory celebrations was last Friday. I feel like this music is really loud, so Victory Monday sucks for you. No worries. No worries. You win some, you lose some. I mean, if it makes you feel any better, Hamburger, I did pick the Cowboys to win. Fool's gold on my part. I should have known better than to pick them, especially against the Eagles, but definitely lesson learned. This is driving me nuts, chat, because I have bot tricks, right? So that I can see the chat in both, like, YouTube, Kick, Twitch, whatever. And it keeps reverting the settings back, and it's driving me insane. As far as, like, the chat disappearing. It says, like, I don't even have hide old messages selected, and yet that's what it's. Hold on, just bear with me here just a second. Bot messages. Actually, no, don't hide bot messages. Alright, let's see if this works, because I just don't understand. I just do not understand why it's doing this. Doc. That, paste, apply. Alright, we're good. What I miss? Eagles were handing the boys the game all fourth quarter too. I missed the game. What's going on, D-Wop? How we doing? I played like shit this weekend. Sorry if anyone had me on their fantasy team. Hey, that's okay. That's okay. I'm not upset with it simply because you guys played the Steelers, and I am completely fine with the victory that you guys gave the Steelers. So without further ado, chat, let's get into it. Let's get into why we're here. This graphic right here, chat, is what I teased out on social media. Much like I said, EA sends out these player rating updates every week. And with this particular graphic, it's DeAndre Hopkins for the Tennessee Titans. He got a 90 overall +1, 91 catching +1, 90 awareness +2, deep route running 86 +1. But here's the thing. We don't care nothing about this. We don't care nothing about this because basically I'm going to walk you through how the EA Digital team made this graphic. How they made this graphic. Shout out to Lady K. I'm glad Lady K it is you, D-Wop. It is you. Shout out to Lady K. She did give us our player this week as far as who we are going to recreate this graphic with. What's his name? Michael Wilson. I have a pretty good idea as to why Michael Wilson was chosen, but that's neither here nor there. Also, I have to remind myself and remind me, chat, once we get done with this graphic, I am going to promote it on social. I am going to promote it on social, but I have to put out a disclaimer like, yo, I do not have insider information. This is not real. Like, all I did was just recreate this graphic. Like, this is just for fun. This isn't me, like, you know, doing any type of, you know, exclusive EA, like, hey, I was the first to make this announcement. No, it's not. I have to remind me, chat, that I have to do that. All right, remind me that I have to do that. All right, so as you guys know, the way that we like to get started, the most important thing that we need to do is we need to get our folder hierarchy ready. I've already got it ready to go here. When someone asks me how good I am at football on a scale of 1 to 10, I tell them I'm an 11. I've already got, for episode 2, I've already got our folder structure ready to go. So as you can see, episode 2, the folders that we're going to work with are downloads. So like if there's like assets that we still need to get, we're going to put it in our downloads folder. Exports, that's where we're going to put our final graphic. And if we're making anything else, as far as like the final, we're going to put it in exports here. And then project, this is where we're going to have our I almost said PlayStation. This is where we're going to have our Photoshop file. All right, guys, our Photoshop file is going to live in here. But what we need to do, the next thing that we need to do is we need to assess. What's going on, the Great One? How are you? We need to assess this graphic, okay? We need to see what all we need to get in order to make this graphic work. All right, so I can tell you right off the bat, obviously the biggest thing that stands out is the actual graphic of DeAndre Hopkins in itself. So that's one asset, right? In this case, we're going to be looking up images of Michael Wilson. So that's one. I'm seeing the NFLPA logo up here in the top right hand corner. That's another asset, right? That's something else that we have to go find and look for. So that's 2. All right, that's 2. And then, of course, the third one down here is the Madden 24 horizontal graphic. Okay, I actually have I don't know. I think I have this in my Google Drive, but if not, we're going to rely on Google anyway to try and find this. So everything else we're going to be creating in Photoshop, but 1, 2, 3 assets that we for sure need to find on the internet, right? 3 assets that we for sure need to find on the internet. Great seeing you, Lauren. Love your content. I'll be back. D-Wop, thank you so much for hanging out. I truly appreciate you. You know you always have a home here. Love you, love you, love you. Have a great, if you don't come back, totally understand. Have a great rest of your day. From the top, make it drop. DeAndre Wop. Oh my gosh, D-Wop. You are amazing. It's definitely in the Google Drive. Okay. All right. I will have to go to the main screen when I go to look for that. But thank you for that. How are we doing, Dev? Good to see you. All right. So since I know I have this asset, since I know I have the Madden 24, asset here, in this case, we're only going to need to find 2. So let's get started, chat. Let's go ahead and get started in finding a really cool photo of Michael Wilson. Again, shout out to Lady K. She likes what she likes, and she loves the light-skinned brothers. And so we finna do just kidding. Oh, we love it, we love it, we love it. I'm fighting off germs that have taken over the girls. Oh no! Oh no! I'm just messing with you, Lady K. We're gonna do it right. We're gonna do it right. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that I do my best in repeating this graphic here and doing them right. But yeah, definitely stay on the fluids and everything like that. You know, that's super important. Before we get on this mad search for a good picture of Michael, let's go ahead and find the NFLPA logo. We need to make sure that it's transparent. So NFLPA logo. And hopefully you guys are able to see everything better this time. Like, I went back and I looked at the VOD, or I looked at the YouTube video that's still up, and like, it just didn't look like you guys were able, like, from a screen standpoint, you couldn't really see everything. So I made sure that, you know, I spread everything out, made sure that my camera thing was a little bit smaller, and so we're good to go. NFLPA logo PNG. All right, so it looks like they have the one with the white text, and if we can't find the one with the white text, I think we'll be okay. Lawyer up, fam. Oh god. All right, so there's a nice little trick that I can teach you guys, even though this is black, even though this is the black font here. Oh, also it looks like the spacing is off as well with this one. All right, no worries. Let's see, transparent. All right. That's not what we want. I can tell it's super pixelated, so we're definitely not gonna go with that one. How about this one? I'm gonna open this up in a new image, see what this looks like. All right, we can work with this graphic, chat, and I'm gonna show you a little trick, so that way we get it looking exactly like the graphic in the top. You can't see it because of my camera, but the graphic like in the top right hand corner. So hey, what's going on, Hauser? How we doing? Good to see you, fam. Hope you're having a great Monday. All right, so NFLPA logo. We'll go ahead and save it to our download. So there's one. Now let's get into the fun stuff and start looking for Michael Wilson. A Michael Wilson photo that we can hold on. Maybe if I put in Cardinals. All right, so we want to try to find a good photo. We want to try and find a photo that's got the highest resolution. Look at Lady K. She's loving all of this. Hang on, let me. All right, we want tools, and then we'll go large. Now let's see what we can find. Let's see. Now we need a little bit bigger than that. Nope, need it to be bigger than that. Let's see, what about this one? Nope, super small. I don't understand, like, when I say find large images, it's almost, there used to not be a cap, chat. There used to not be a cap with large images. Like, it would literally start off showing you the high-res photos. Oh, Lady K, you're in trouble. Look it. He's booed up. Do we ask questions now or later? You can ask them now. What shall be your first question? He got himself a little snow bunny, you know. She's a small soccer player, easy. Oh my gosh, this might be a little hard. For someone truly wanting to learn along, how can they acquire Photoshop? So if you go to adobe.com, I believe it is, they have different, there's different packages that you can look into, right? If you just want Photoshop, I believe that you can just do like a monthly subscription to have access to Photoshop. I have the full Creative Suite, so I have access to, you know, After Effects, Dreamweaver, Lightroom, the whole 9 yards, and I think I pay like close to like $60 a month or something like that. And yes, there are costs involved. There are costs involved. So I'm using Photoshop because this is the tool. Okay, so Dev's got the insight. $10 a month for Photoshop. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. But yeah, specific to our learning, specific to the program that I am using, it's going to be Photoshop all the way. And just so you guys know, Photoshop is what professionals use. Like, this is like the professional program. Like, it doesn't matter where you go. It doesn't matter. Hey, what's going on, Bank Boy? Happy belated birthday as well. Every sports place that I've worked, you know, whether it was Florida State or, you know, Jacksonville, or, you know, even with my last job with the Sporting News, we had Adobe Creative Cloud, and we worked with Photoshop. Period, point blank, case closed. All right. Yeah, no problem. And again, if you have more questions, if things arise, please, 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 I cannot stress enough, there are no stupid questions. Please, please, please let me know, and I will do my very, very best to try and answer it as best as possible. Well, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be tough because I'm not seeing a ton of like high quality photos available of this cat, Lady K. But there are better questions than others. Sure. Chat, I just hope y'all truly taking this in for it's something that interests you. This information is normally behind large paywalls and not. Exactly, this is true. I'm doing this because I love you guys, you know? And I'm just gonna keep it, I realize I say keep it a buck a lot. I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. Like, I have worked in places in which people have tried to keep me down. People have tried, I mean, it's still that to this very day. Okay, like, people are threatened by things that they are afraid of and that they can't control, or if they feel like there's something that particular individual has over them. So they will go out of their way. They will go out of their way to hold you down. They will go out of their way to, you know, try and exploit you and try and do things that really don't have any business doing, you know? I'm learning this as well, but there is such thing as invisible competition. You got people out here that are competing with you, and you didn't even know that they were competing with you. And you're saying to yourself, WTF, like, I thought we were friends. I thought we were this. I thought we were that. Like, it's wild. It's really, really wild. But that's not the energy that I'm on. All right, I'll take a look at that. That's not the energy that I'm on. Let me see. Yeah, I saw that one. Hold on. Blurry. Hold on. Yo, did we get we got a new follower. Oh, shoot. I need to put the follower alert higher than what it is. Thank you for that follow, by the way, Mr. Boost. What's going on, fam? How are you? Can I get one of my mods to shout out Mr. Boost? He is a great content creator. He is an awesome developer. He also makes awesome things for Nerd or Die. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Nerd or Die, but a lot of the like streaming assets and enhancements that I put into my stream, I get from Nerd or Die, and it's awesome. It's definitely awesome. So thank you so much, my guy. I truly appreciate you. I feel like I'm more of a lurker with your content. So like whenever you go live on Kick, like I lurk you on Kick. So. Yo, the URL on Twitter, the URL in your Twitter, don't worry. I had to do some digging to find your, wait, what? My Twitter? It doesn't work? Oh no, hold on. That's the worst. Hang on a second. work? Which link is it? I can adjust it now. Oh no. Tried to oh, my bad, Mr. Boost. For whatever reason, oh shoot, and I think I have my whispers shut off too. Is it the link, like the link in my tweet or on my profile, or? I'm pretty sure I could be able to find it. Oh no, you know what it is? Wait, are you sure it doesn't work? I just went to it. It's actually a redirect. I'm in the process of making an actual website for laurenwkr.com, but right now it just redirects to my solo.to account. Does that make sense? On Twitter? Unless it's someplace else. I get DNA. I actually. Oh, that's weird. Alright, I'll definitely look into that after stream because I did switch. I switched that domain to a different hosting. So there could be something. There could be something going on with. Could be something going on with that. But thank you for letting me know. I'll definitely take a look at that. I'll definitely take a look at that after stream because I'm wondering here. I wonder if I go to it right now. Yeah. Okay. It works on my Twitter, but it's not working right. All right, I'll fix it after the stream. No worries. No worries, because yeah, like I said, I switched hosting services for it, so that could be what's going on. But thank you for letting me know, fam. I truly, truly appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, guys, do me a solid. Give Mr. Boost a follow. He's super, super awesome. I love his content. All right, this is the one you were talking about, Dev. Okay, so the reason I have an issue with this photo, Dev, is because I don't know if you can see over here, but the resolution, it's 1280 by 720. That is not. I need something bigger. Could be cash. Just want to. Okay, thank you. I appreciate you letting me know that. I'm definitely gonna get on that after stream for sure, because I definitely don't want that to be a continued problem. So we need like I need something, Dev, that's at least like 1920 by 1080 in order for this to look decent, you know? Like, this is super, super small. Lady K, we might be in trouble here because there's not a lot of... Unless I do a wide receiver. I kind of want it to be a receiver if I'm being honest. I don't understand why there's not a lot of photos of this kid. Hold on, maybe if I open image in a new tab. No, it's still super small. It's not what we want. Yeah, this is honestly, chat, like this is a sucky part of the process in trying to find good free imagery. Like, if I had an account for, like, Getty Images or something like that, this would be a breeze. Like, we'd be able to find a high-res photo, no problem. But Getty Images is extremely expensive, and that's in large part why companies pay for them. Can you size it to 1980 by... I could, but then because the image is smaller, Mr. Boost, then it's going to be pixelated. Like, I'd essentially be stretching it out. And, you know, the bigger the photo... You can size it down, but if you're trying to make the photo bigger than what it actually is, well, maybe I can, because I have it specified. Like, I tell it, like, flat out, find, oh, well, in that case I didn't, but find a large, find a large photo of it, unless, like, there's a way in which I can specify, so, like, 1920 by 1080, I mean, we could try that. Try that. Go large. See if that works. Oh, look at him. Madden ratings. Which is exactly what we're doing. Like, yeah, and it sucks because it looks like the only thing that's really popping up for the kid is like Senior Bowl and like his college stuff. George Pickens? We could do George. We could do George. We could do a Steeler. Let's do that. Let's do that. George Pickens. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of options too. 1920 by 1080. Oh. Let's see. This one. Nah. Not that one. Let's see. What's this one? Nope. Still super small. Pickens. I'm sorry, fam. I'm sorry he blew your parlay. Why the hell are these images? Like, this can't be. Like I said, this is the real sucky part of trying to find good imagery. Oh, that's not gonna work. That's someone's YouTube thumbnail, so can't use that. NFL.com. They size stuff down. 16 now. What about this one? Nope. Alright, this is 19. Let me see. Let's open this one up. Oh, nope. It's not what we want. That actually looks like crap anyway. Hey, can I teach you something? Maybe click on tools. No, I did click on tools, and I have it set for large. Yeah, I've already done that. Appreciate it though. Yada yada. Gosh, we're even having issues with George Pickens. Like, what the freak? All right, name some other receivers that went off this weekend, chat. You can add image size at the end of the search. Image size. Let's see what this does. Ah! We're getting somewhere. Thank you, Mr. Boost. We are getting somewhere. This photo might actually work. Let me see if we can find some other ones. Let me see if I can find a better one. I don't like to go on the first. I don't always like to go on the first choice. My Google foo is strong. I love it. 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 This might be our winner here, chat. Let's see. Suggestions. Let's see, is this 1920? Oh, looky here, chat. This is a good one. This is a good one. Retry for Mike Wilson. We can't. Let me go ahead and save this. Let me open this up in a new tab. Look at, all right, this is perfect. This is like over 5,000 pixels. So like, this is going to give us plenty of real estate to work with. I do like this right here. Looky. Are you sure we don't just want to move forward with George here? All right, so we're going to save image as, let's call him George. We'll name this George Pickens. Go ahead and use this one. Perfect. All right, so we got our NFLPA graphic. Bear with me here, chat. I'm going to go to my Google Drive here because I don't want y'all to see what's in my Google Drive. And I'm going to try to find that. I'm gonna try to find that Madden logo because they gave it to us. Shout out to the EA Creator Program. Let's see, Madden 24. Ah, shoot. No, I don't want Madden Live. Oh, found it. Found it. But it's the wrong... Found the logo, but it's not the right one. Dang it. Alright, hang on. I'm just going to do a Google search. Madden 24 logo. Images. And then we might have to do some trickster work with this one as well. Which is fine. The next person that knocks on my door telling me to vote. Oh my gosh, right? Having to vote tomorrow. I'm with you. It's important to vote. Definitely important to vote. Oh, I found it, chat. This'll do. I found it. At least I think it'll do. All files. Madden. Hopefully this works. 24 logo. All right. So we are ready to start building, chat. We are ready to start building. Let us go ahead and open up Photoshop. Dang, I found a Wilson Pics with that search trick. Was it super next time though? All right, we'll definitely do it next time. All right, so let's go ahead and open up. Actually, hang on. There we go. We're gonna open up this file here. We're gonna open up this file here in Photoshop. All right, so we can work side by side. So we're gonna go to our downloads folder. Oh, episode. We want episode 2. SD, what's good, SD? How are you, fam? Downloads. All right, let's open up D-Hop. All right, so here we are. Here we are. All right, now one of the first things that I like to do is I like to find out the actual size, chat. If anyone has an active student email address, Adobe offers additional discounts for up to 5 years as well. Oh yeah, that's true as well. That is definitely true too. But I mean, again, if Photoshop is the only thing that you really want to get your feet wet with right now, $10 a month, it's not bad. It's truly, it's not terrible. All right, it's not gonna break the bank. All right, so chat, I'm noticing over here, right? I'm noticing over here the size dimensions. It's 1638 by 2048. Let's go ahead and create that, right? I don't know if I want it to be that big. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and go file. Over here we'll go file, new. We'll go file new, and it was what? 1638. So I'm gonna go ahead and create this file, and then I'm gonna size it down. All right, 20 by 48. And then of course you guys know I like to work with transparent background. I don't know if we need the resolution to be 300, so let's go 96. Let's go 96. All right, now like I said, I don't know if I want the image to be as big as the way that they made it, so I think I'm gonna go image size. What happens if we size it down to 1200? Maybe 1,000. Let's see what 1,000 gets us. Let's see what 1,000 gets us. It's gonna size it down pretty big, which is okay. Remember, Control plus or Command plus if you want to make your Photoshop file bigger. All right. Again, I'm just walking you through exactly how here we freaking go. I'm so over this monitor, chat. I don't know what else to do. I've updated the the driver. I've like, I'm so over this monitor like flickering in and out. All right, so again, I'm just walking you through exactly how I would create this image. All right. Now, you guys remember, if you go Command R or Control R, it's going to show you the rules, the ruler horizontally and vertically. That actually helps me in a lot of ways. But I also like the guides. I also like having the guides. Hey, what's going on, Greg? How we doing? I like having the guides help me out as well. So if you can see over here in this photo, we've got in the background of DeAndre, we've kind of got like a middle split. Right? So we've got his image over to the right, and then we've got the information over to the left. And it's split right down the middle, right? Chilling on Valorant. Love it, love it. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this bad boy to the middle, and it lets me know right here, right? It lets me know right here, hey, this is the middle. So this is where you're going to be working on content on the right side, and this is where you're going to be working on content on the left side, right? Perfect. Also, chat, I also said the importance of naming your layers. I know it's an extra step. It can be tiresome, you know, if you've been working in Photoshop for years like I have. Sometimes we just don't do it, but we know exactly where to go to. But I would say for right now, if you're a beginner in Photoshop, it's extremely, extremely important to label your layers. So the way that you do that is you just double click inside where it says layer 1, and we'll just name this something like background. I mean, you can name it whatever you want, but the most important part is that you name it in a way in which you know it's going to be easy for you to go back and find it. Okay, for the love of God, please name your layers exactly. I mean, and that's the thing, I am too. I am guilty of not naming my layers either. So I totally get it. All right, now the next thing I want to do is, let's see, what do we want to do next? Let's work on our actual photo of George Pickens. So I'm gonna go File, Open. File, Open. All right, and I'm going to minimize that, and we're gonna, here we go with the pauses. I'm gonna spread this open like this. Control plus so that we can really get in on the photo. One of the things that I like to do, especially if I get a photo chat, especially if I get a photo from the internet or like Google or whatever, anywhere really, I can tell that there was probably some post-processing that was already done with this particular photo, and that's fine. That is completely fine. So, but I'm still gonna do a little bit anyway, right? And we use this feature in our last tutorial. And so we'll come over here to filter, and we're gonna go to camera raw. We're gonna go to camera raw filter. Okay, I walk into a stream with it being a photo at Paycor. I don't know what you're talking about, but we're all good. I mean, it is what it is, Isabel. Not everyone's a Bengals fan here, so sorry for your troubles. Anyway, all right, so I think what I want to do is I'm going to increase the exposure a little bit. We're going to add some intensity to the photo, right? So let's increase photo just a little bit, and it's already looking a little bit better too. I've added 0.60 to the exposure, so you can tell right off the bat this is before, after, and after. All right, so now I'm gonna bring down the highlights just a little bit, just a tad bit, so minus 35 on the highlights. Not gonna mess with the contrast, not gonna mess with the shadows or the whites or the blacks. Let's go over here to effects. Now this is where we get a lot of our intensity from. Sometimes you can go overboard with this feature. Like I remember like in the mid 2000s, it was really cool. And I don't know, maybe some sports designs are still into like that really like heavy HDR look. I don't know if we're gonna go down that path. We'll have like I said, we'll have a little bit of intensity, but we're not gonna go like super heavy HDR that kind of gives it like that like grungy, like really like, you know, whatever look. So I'm gonna increase the texture just a little bit, just a tad bit. Maybe we'll go +10 on this. So again, chat, here we go. Before, after, before, after. It's looking pretty good. It's looking not terrible. We'll increase the clarity a little bit as well. So we'll go +5 on that. So that doesn't look bad. We're getting somewhere. Again, like I said, I don't like going overboard. These realtors are bonkers with the HDR. They are. Like it's just not the trend anymore. Like it's just not the look anymore. You know what I mean? So I might go in on the exposure just a little bit more because of the fact that we added some texture and we added some clarity to it. It did kind of bring the exposure down just a tad. So I'm not gonna go crazy with adding a little bit more exposure, just a slight bit more. Just a slight bit more. So right now we're at 0.75. I might even add some shadow. Just a little bit. We'll go +25 on the shadow. Okay, just so that, I mean, you can't really see too much within his face because of the visor here. But again, chat, look at the difference already. Look at the difference already. I think I'm gonna go down on exposure a little bit more. Maybe we'll go let's see what 0.65 looks like. All right, so this is good. This is good. I like where we are in here. We've literally brought a lot more emphasis out with the photo. Okay, could you explain a bit more how you're making these adjustments as opposed to dropping the photo and continuing the project? So essentially we are in the camera raw filter. So if you go to I think it's filters, if you go Photoshop filters, there will be an option for camera raw, and this is what enables you to make adjustments to the photo in terms of what I'm doing right now. So adjusting the exposure, adjusting the highlights, the shadows, you know, with the effects, adjusting the texture, adjusting the clarity. These are two features that I like to use the most. So if you want to go and just do whatever it is that you want to do with the photo, as opposed to doing what I'm doing right now, that is totally up to you. But this is sort of a common practice that I use and a lot of other graphic designers use in order to make the images that they're using pop. Okay? So, like I said, this is before. This is what the image looked like as soon as we brought it into Photoshop. I mean, why do you do it? Not how do you do it? To make it look better. It's really simple. I do it because I want the image to look better. This is what it looked like before I brought it in here. This is what it's going to look like after. We are enhancing the imagery of the photo. That's the whole point of this particular process. Okay, so I'm gonna go okay, and boom, there we go. There we go. It looks the way that it looks. I really like the way that it looks. Now, in order for us to really get in here and start doing what I feel like we need to do, the image over here, as you can see, is locked. The image is unlocked. So the way that you unlock it is you just click on it once. You just click on it once. What's going on, Callie? How we doing? You think your Steelers are going to make the playoffs? I hope so. I hope so. I really do. I forget this each and every time. It is so important, chat, to save your work. I'm so used to just going in and getting a process started. It's so important to save your work. So this is the main canvas that we're going to be working from. Let's go ahead and save it in our projects folder. Remember, within the episode 2 folder, we had 3 folders. We had our download folders. We had our download folder. That's where we put all of our assets in. We have our exports. That's where we're going to export our final imagery, our final image. And then, of course, we have projects. That's where our Photoshop file is going to live. So let's go ahead and do that now. Save as. We're in the downloads folder right now, so we're going to go to projects. If you want to name it Untitled 1, that's fine. I'm going to name this project Madden player rating Pickens. All right. Also, chat, since we're going to be doing some stuff with this photo, it's important that we save this as a Photoshop file as well. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go save as, and we'll name it perfect, George Pickens. Make sure we're in our proper file structure, George Pickens, save. All right, now, this is what we're going to do. We are going to how do I explain this? The most important aspect of this photo is George Pickens. We are going to create another layer, chat. We are going to create another layer of just George Pickens. Okay? But before we do that, we have to actually cut him out. Okay? And I want to emphasize too that the higher the resolution of the photo is, the easier this process is. Like the fact that this photo that we were able to find was like over 5,000 pixels is going to make this job a lot easy for us, a lot more easier for us. Now I did walk through this in the first episode, where back in the day, you don't have to do this anymore because Photoshop has advanced in so many ways. But I used to use the pen tool, and to be honest with you, I almost feel like I should just go ahead and use the pen tool so that you guys understand exactly how the pen tool works and what it's used for. Downside to using the pen tool, chat, is it takes time. And this is how I would go about cutting players out within my career and working in the NFL. This is how I legit would cut out all of the players. All right. So what I would do is I would blow this MFR up. So Control plus or Command plus. I mean, to be honest with you, I love the pen tool because you really get in there. You really get in there to get your outline. All right, so let's go ahead and let's get to work. Let's get to work. What's going on, Gray? So this is gonna take a little bit of time, but I don't care. I'm going inch by inch. This is gonna, like I said, this is gonna take a little bit of time, but like I said, I don't care because this is how it works. And you guys will see exactly what I'm doing here in a second. And essentially what you want to do is you want to go all around the edges. All around the edges. Like I said, I did not show you guys this the last time, but I feel like, and also if you make a mistake, control Z or Command Z to undo what you just did. All right. So, like I said, it's going to take a little bit. All right, who plays tonight, Monday Night Football, chat? Honestly, this is it's kind of therapeutic in a way. I mean, depending on like your project that you're working on and how quickly you have to get it done. But like I said, it's time consuming, but it's not terrible. Oh, go Chargers, go. So I'm just going, like I said, I'm just using the pen tool. And again, chat, I'm streaming live right now on YouTube. This will stay up. So if there's something that you missed, that's okay. You can always go back and use this as a reference. All right. Here. I'll probably get this done a lot quicker than the average person just because I've been doing this for years. This is what I do, see money. This is what I do. I've been doing this for so long. Now, like I said, Photoshop has advanced to where you don't have to do this. But sometimes I feel like it's okay to go back to this method if you really want to get in there on the edges. You know? And blow the picture up too. Like, as you can see, we're at 300% right now. We are at 300%. So, and practice makes perfect, chat. Don't ever forget that. Practice makes perfect. But yeah, like if you go to my Behance page, like all of those players that you see cut out were cut out with a pen tool. And I have got to see what the heck is going on with my monitor. Your hand shakes like crazy. Well, I mean, it's good practice, you know? It's definitely good practice. Now, I'm sure, you know, whoever made this particular graphic that we're making on the Madden Digital team probably just whipped through this. I mean, to be completely honest with you, it was probably a template in which all they had to do was just plug and play, more than likely. And all they had, you know, and also all they had to do was just go in and change the numbers out, you know, change the text. Like, I'm sure they have templates upon templates upon templates, but we are making this from scratch. And also too, like this, it helps to have like a nice size monitor so that you can see all the details. But this is like, you know, the pen tool is almost Bob Ross like. It's legit almost Bob Ross like a little bit, you know? Let's just get all the edges right here. All the peaks and valleys. You don't understand what I'm doing right now, but you will. You absolutely will. Gray, how's your Monday going, fam? How is your Monday going? Chat, and I just really want to emphasize too that like anybody can do this, alright? Like, I don't consider myself to be the smartest person in the world. I think when you apply yourself and you really want to learn something, that's when things really start to open up for you and you're able to be at the level in which you want to, okay? Like, anybody can do this. If you put in the time and you put in the effort to learn, you can do this. Don't ever forget that. Like I said, in my career, I've worked with some really nasty people. Really nasty people. You know, and I sometimes often wonder, not a lot, but like I do often wonder if they ever like just take a step back and was like, why was I like that? You know? And I think another thing too, especially in the content creation space, is like, yeah, it can be a competitive space, but it doesn't have to be. Like, I think a lot of the time people operate under this notion that like there's not a lot of space at the top, and that's just the biggest freaking lie ever. Like, there's so much room for everybody. You know what I mean? And I think if people started to look at things from that perspective, one, they'd be a nicer person. And two, like, they'd be able to create freely. Like, they wouldn't get in their heads about things, you know? Yeah, exactly. And I just think for me, like, I've just worked with so many people that just have this mindset of, it's mine, you can't have it, this is only for me, no one else. Or excuse me, this is only for me and my friends, no one else. Like, you know? Like I said, I'm not the smartest person in the world. I mean, I'm not dumb either, but it's just like, if there's something that you really want to do, or if there's something that you really aspire to be, go for it. Don't let anybody stop you. If there's something you really want, you'll find a way. You'll find a way. And I'm speaking in terms of like career path or just like initiative path. Like when it comes to relationship stuff, if there's somebody you really want and they ain't feeling you, that's different. Like you can't force people into liking you. You're gonna have to move on from that one. I'm just being funny, chat. All right, I think we're almost there. I think we're almost there. Persistence is key. I mean, you can be persistent all you want. Like, at the end of the day, if they don't change their mind as far as how they feel about you, it is what it is. You just got to accept it. And then you're going to get all upset because you feel like you did all this work for no reason, but you could have been moved on. You put yourself in that position. You put your, you know, don't know. I'm not going to feel sorry for you. They didn't like you. And they told you from the very beginning that they didn't like you. And you just kept on. Alright, chat, we're almost done here. We're almost done here. No, but in all seriousness, like there's somebody out there for everybody. Don't just relax and take it out on solo battles. Such a great answer. I approve. Such a great answer, and I approve. All right. Now, as you can see, got the main part of him pen tooled out. Now we're gonna go right click. Make sure that you right click, make selection. I have the feather radius at 0.02. And then boom, look at that. It has the outline. That's the whole point of the pen tool in this instance, so that we get the perfect outline of George Pickens. That was the whole reason that I used it. Okay? So now what we're going to do is I'm going to select the rectangular marquee tool. All right? I'm going to make sure that that is selected, and then I'm going to come over here to select and mask. This is how we're going to make another layer of our now outlined George Pickens. All right? So select and mask, and boom, look at that. Look at. I am pretty happy with the way that it looks. I think the biggest thing that you want to be concerned with are like the edges. I think we did a pretty stinking good job here. I might go ahead and maybe shift the edge just a little bit. So if I move it in some, maybe about -25. That looks good. And then for the output selection, we want a whole new layer. Okay? So I'm gonna go okay. Alright, so what it did was, since I said, hey, I want a new layer, what it did was it hid this background image, right? It hid this background image, and it showed, hey, this is the new layer. You guys are about to see what I'm about to do. I'm telling you, once you learn what I'm teaching you, you guys are going to be creating graphics like this, like boom, 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 boom. Okay? So, we're actually not done here, because as you can see, if I zoom in a lot here, we're back to 300. We still have parts of the image inside his helmet. We want to take these out and make sure that these are transparent as well. Alright guys, we want to make sure that those are transparent as well. When I create butchered ass Michael I promise we'll revisit Michael Wilson. We just were having a tedious time trying to find a photo of him, but we'll get back to it. Alright, we'll definitely get back to it. I'm gonna go back to the pen tool here. I'm gonna get in, really gonna get in here, and then I'm gonna outline where some of the background of that image is. Now, mind you, it's extremely important, chat. It's extremely important that you be on the layer that you're currently working on. So as you can see, over in the left or the right hand corner where it's got our layers, I have that layer selected. All right, I have that layer selected. I definitely was gonna ask about those little. Oh yeah, listen, we get in here. We get in there. We're not. My monitor keeps flickering on and off. I apologize, chat. I thought I fixed the issue. Deselect. All right, let's get in here like so. Selection, and then I'm making the selection. I see that it's got the outline, and then I'm just deleting what's inside there. So we've actually got a couple more here. All right, make selection. Now, granted, we're really in here, chat. We're really in here, so. Undo that. I think it's because I have it like so zoomed in. All right, so let's zoom out. Not terrible. Not terrible for what it is that we're gonna do. All right, Control S, Command S, so that we're saving the file. Again, name your layers. So George Pickens. Hey, what's going on, T-Storm? George Pickens cutout. Excellent. Shave. All right, let's go back. Let's see what we got here. What do we want to do next? Let's go ahead and let's work on this NFLPA logo. Let's go ahead and open up that file. So open. It's in our downloads. NFLPA. Open up. All right, so. As you can see, the NFLPA logo, we've got two things going on here. Number one, it's not transparent. That's number one. It's a PNG file. And two, the font is black. I'm going to teach you a little trick and how we can combat that. All right. So as you can see in the photo here, it's over in the top right-hand corner. This is how we're going to make. This is how we're going to make this look like this. All right, now first thing that we want to do is we want to click on this lock over here where it says background, and we want to save this. We want to save this as a PSD file. You would kill me. I have projects with 1,000+ layers and no names. Here's the thing. If you're new to Photoshop and you're just trying to get your feet wet in Photoshop, it is absolutely crucial that you name your layers so that you know exactly where you need to go back to. If you have been working in Photoshop for a long time and you are good with layers and you know how to get back to where you need to go to, then by all means, don't name the layers. All right? I will also say that another time in which it's important to name your layers is if you're sending that Photoshop file to someone else. So for instance, like a template. If you're ultimately making a template for somebody, it is so crucial to name your layers so that they know and they can have a reference point as to what is what. All right. Like I said, if it's only a file that you're working with and only you're going to own and you're comfortable in Photoshop, by all means, if you don't want to name your layers, don't name your layers. But I just think it's best practice if you are starting off in Photoshop to name your layers. Also, if you are making a template for somebody and this is something that someone else is going to be using, then it's important to name your layers so they know and have a reference point. All right, so let's go ahead and save this. Save as. All right, so we want to go in our projects folder. Make sure we're in our projects folder. NFL, I'm gonna put a hyphen in here, NFLPA logo. And we want to save this as a Photoshop file. So save. All right, check it. We are going to select the magic wand tool, chat. The magic wand tool. Watch this. All I did was just click in the photo, right? It's got outlined, you know, NFLPA. It's got outlined the little logo at the top. If I hit delete, boom, transparent, just like that. But we got a problem here. Because as you can see, we still have some of the white of the PNG file in here. We want the inside of the P as well as the inside of the A to be transparent. So I'm going to click in here with the magic wand tool, delete. Now it's transparent. Inside the A here as well, transparent. Now, here's where the magic happens. All right, here's where the magic happens. I'm going to take the marquee tool and I am going to put an outline over the NFLPA. All right, I'm going to put an outline over it. I am going to go control copy or command copy if you're on a Mac, copy, right? Control V or command V, paste. Essentially what that did, chat, was that copied and pasted the area that I had highlighted there. Here's the trick. Here's the magic. If you double click on that layer that we just copied, there's a ton of different blending styles that we can use. This is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the color overlay. I'm going to click on the color overlay. As you can see, it changed it to a gray. We actually want to change that to white. So if we go to the blend mode, as you can see right now, it's set on normal. If we click on that, go all the way to white, move our little circle to the color picker over to white, FFF, FFF, that's its color code. We're gonna go okay, boom. Now watch this. I'm gonna say okay. Now that we've got it looking the way that we want it to look, we don't want that black text anymore. So we need to make sure that the original file, we have that highlighted, and we're gonna take that marquee tool, we're going to make sure that that area is highlighted again. Watch this. Boom. It's gone. It's gone. That's all you got to do. Even better, chat. We're going to deselect that area. We're going to take these two layers and we're going to merge them. So I have layer 0, which obviously we need to name that, but you know, only if you're new to Photoshop, make sure that you have those layers named. In this case, I'm just for the sake of time and to be quick, I'm not gonna name them. Make sure that these two layers are highlighted. We're gonna right click, and you see where it says merge layers. Essentially, what this is gonna do is it's gonna turn it into one. Boom. Would you look at that, chat? Now, I don't know about you, but all we gotta do is in our canvas here, once we're ready to actually get started, is we just gotta bring this bad boy over into our canvas, and it's gonna look exactly like the and that's just a really cool trick. Okay, so when you get frustrated and you're like, damn, I don't see the exact NFLPA logo that looks like in this graphic. Well, as you can see, we didn't have the original, but we sure as hell made it look like what this is. All right, so I am going to bring this down. I'm going to go ahead and hit Control S to save it. And then I'm going to make sure that my Move tool is highlighted, and we're actually going to bring this over into our canvas. At least I thought I did. Did I do it? Nope. I'm going to hold the left key, and then boom, I brought it over. All right, so we're done with this. We are done with this NFL, our newly created NFLPA logo. I'm going to X out of that. As you can see, we've got it here in our canvas. Now, it's important that we name it, so we'll call this NFL PA logo. Now, as you can see, this thing is hella big. Okay? We don't want it to be that big. We just want it to be subtle like it is over here in this graphic. So remember how we make things bigger and remember how we make things smaller proportionately? We're going to go Control T, right? Or Command T. Now, in order to make sure that it's proportionate, as you guys see up here in the top part, there's like this lock tool. Because of the fact that this is locked, if I unlock it and I were to move this thing around, it would just go all over the place. That's not what we want. We want to move it proportionately. So I'm going to go ahead and lock it again, and then just hold down the mouse, on the mouse and then move it in. And as you can see, it's proportionately shrinking. It is proportionately shrinking. So I would say that's about the size in which the logo is. I'm gonna move it. Okay, so 2 ways in which you can move an image, chat, or actually 3. You can move it with your mouse, right? You can move it with your mouse, or you can use the arrow keys, or you can go shift arrow and it will, basically it's like a tab, you know? It's basically like a tab. So I always go shift and move it the way that I want it. If I had to guess, I would say that it's probably maybe about right there. Okay? So, wait, what did SD say? Well, we are started from somewhere. Yo, Shuflaka, thank you so much for that raid, my guy. I appreciate you. I miss you. You've been killing it in the content creation space with Madden. Thank you for having me in mind with this raid. We are in the process of recreating this graphic. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the follows. Thank you. You guys are the truest. Love you. Hope you had a great stream. If you're new to my stream, my name is Lauren. You're welcome to call me Lauren. What's going on, Colin? What's up? But Afro Man, thank you for that follow. I appreciate you. What's going on, Shuflako? What's up? But yeah, like I said, we are recreating this graphic. Thank you for that follow. Thank you for all the new follows coming in. But yeah, we're recreating this graphic, and we are going to recreate it with our guy George Pickens. We tried to do Mike Wilson, but we couldn't at the time find a big enough graphic. But yeah, I'm walking everyone through how the Madden digital team makes this graphic. Was only good game was against me at fantasy. I respect it. I absolutely respect it. But of course, yeah, man, I'm teaching the people what I know in case this is, you know, even if they want to get better at making graphics in general, like sports graphics or whatever, to, you know, assist in their content creation and everything like that. That's what I'm doing, man. I'm giving back. I'm at that point in my life where, like, I just want to give back. So Killian, thank you so much for that follow, my guy. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate you to the fullest. Hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. But thank you again, fam. Thank you so much for that follow. All right, chat. Elijah, thank you for that follow. Welcome in. Thank you for that follow. Okay. Let's get started on this left side here. Let's get started on creating this left side here. I'm going to show you guys exactly how they did this. Okay. So if we go to our actual image here, what they did, this is what they did, chat, was they took the rectangle tool. Now this is ultimately going to create another layer. So we're going to take the rectangle tool and we're going to take up all the space, stopping at the ruler tool, right? Stopping at the ruler tool. Okay. We've got our rectangle. All right. Also, what you'll notice inside here is there's a gradient. There's actually a gradient inside this rectangle. So what we'll do is we'll go back. It doesn't, even though it's like crazy pink right now, it doesn't matter. It's okay. This isn't what it's going to finish as. It's completely fine. All right. It's completely fine. All right. So we're going to call this rectangle. Let's go ahead and name it left side. All right. Then we're going to double click on it. And actually what we'll do, like I said, these are the different blending styles that we can choose from. So there's bevel and emboss, there's stroke, inner shadow. Like, you can really get surgical with a lot of this stuff. Do you know what I mean? Yes, you do love gradients a lot. All right, so let's go ahead and go over here to gradient overlay. Now this looks like crap, and that's fine, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to click on the gradient, and we're gonna pick a middle spot here, because they're working with 3 colors. From what I can see, they're working with 3 colors. All right, so let's see here. If we double it, so as you can see, it's got the like little arrows with the square underneath it. If you click on each of those, it's going to show you exactly what color is here. All right, so if I had to guess, I'm gonna start over here to the right. And I'm gonna click on this color tool, and I'm going to I want to mess around with the purples. So let's see. If we go like this, maybe go down in there. As you can see, we're kind of starting to get, and I'm just guesstimating, chat. I'm just totally guesstimating. All right, so we got that one. I don't think it's pink. I think it's more of like an actual purple. This might be like an actual purple here. Like a little bit lighter than what's on that side. And then over here, I think this is where they had the pink. Yeah, so we're getting there, chat. We're getting there, all right? So we have 3 colors. We have 3 colors that we're ultimately using for this gradient. I'm going to play around with this pink a little bit more and see. All right, I think we're damn near there. All right, so as you can see, we've got the pink, we've got the somewhat light purple, and then we've got the dark purple. But we're not done. We are not done. If we go back, okay, it's not going to let us go back and look at the graphic without actually leaving this. So I'm going to say okay for now. As you guys, oh, wait. There's a little bit more. So we've got kind of like the bluish purple, the actual purple, and then some of the pink. And this is kind of like a hot red. Over here. So let's go ahead and play with that a little bit more. Let's go ahead and play with the gradient a little bit more. I double clicked on the layer over to the gradient tool. We're going to go back to the gradient. Let's go ahead and push this like so. We're going to move this one right here. And then if you actually just click right here, it'll create another arrow with a box underneath it. So I'm going to move this like this. And then let's go ahead and see if we can't get us some of that hot red going on. It's kind of subtle. Alright, I'm gonna say okay. Move this like that. My monitor's being a you know what. Alright, that looks about right. So I'm gonna say okay. Also, what you'll notice is they actually have it at an angle. They have the gradient at like an angle. So I moved it to about, let's move it to about, it's at 55% right now. Let's see if we can't scale. Oh yeah, so we're getting there, chat. We are getting there. So what I did, if we scale it all the way down, chat, it's gonna look like this, right? We actually want to scale it up. We have it at a 55-degree angle, much like what the photo is, or what the image is, right? So this is where the magic is happening. We're scaling it up. I would say it's at about 125, maybe one. Say 120. We'll go ahead and say 120. And then also too, if you want to move where the gradient is actually happening while you're in the gradient overlay section, you can actually click into the box and move it however you want, right? You can move it however you want. So we're getting there, chat. We are so getting there. All right, let's go ahead and save our work. Let's save what we got. So Control S, Command S. Now I think it's time. We brought over our guy, George Pickens, right? We did all that amazing work. We cut him out here, right? Let's make sure that this is highlighted. Let's make sure that we can see this actual layer. And we're actually gonna go ahead and group this too. So the way that you group this is you go Shift and make sure that both layers are highlighted. And as you can see over here in the bottom right-hand corner, there's a folder. Right? Hopefully you guys can see it. We're going to create a group. So we've created our group. It's got both images in there, and we're going to call this Georgie. Name that movie, if I can spell. George Pickens. All right, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move George. We are going to move George over to over here to the left. All right. So as you can see, we're kind of getting there. We are absolutely kind of getting there, chat. All right. Let me go ahead and untab this, and then bring George over here like so. Now this is gonna look weird, and it's completely fine, right? We've got George Pickens over here. It's at the top. He's at the top here. Let me show you exactly what they did. This is where the magic, this is another part of where the magic happens. So remember, we're gonna go Control T, and we're gonna shrink this. Oh, no. Control T, and then we're gonna shrink. We're gonna look for our, we're gonna look for this aspect of it here. Let's go ahead and start shrinking it down some. Let's go ahead and start shrinking it down some. So we're shrinking it down some. Oh, this is gonna look beautiful, boys. This is gonna look so beautiful. All right, I think that's about right. Now watch this. Are you ready, chat? Are you ready? This is where all of our hard work is really going to come into play. We are going to move our left side above the George Pickens. Boom. Oh, wait. Let me undo it. Actually put it inside the folder. We don't want it inside the folder. We want it above. Just like that. Now, as you can see here, we have our George Pickens cutout, right? Right? Are you guys ready to have your minds blown? We have our George Pickens cutout, and then we have the non-cutout. We're going to take the cutout and we're going to move him outside of the George Pickens folder, and we're going to put it above that left side gradient. Are you ready? You saw it, right? You saw it. I mean, are we getting somewhere, chat? Or are we getting somewhere? DeAndre's a little bit smaller here. Maybe we could probably afford to go a little bit smaller with George. So, all right. A little trick here. Make sure that the George Pickens cutout is highlighted. We're going to go Control with the group here. Command T. Maybe we'll shrink them down a little bit more. Shrink them down a little bit more. Alright. We'll move them over here. Like so. This might be a dumb question. I thought we didn't want the BG in. Wait, what? I thought we didn't want the BG in. What do you mean? Control save, command save, depending on what you're on. The background. No, so in order to create the effect with the crowd. No. So when we create it, okay, so for, I guess in a way, you're right. It really didn't matter. But typically when I do cutouts, like if I, like, it just, I don't know. I guess it was just common. It was just the first thing that I thought of. You know, in some instances, like depending on the type of graphic that you're doing for a cutout, you don't, it's good to make sure that like that player or that cutout is as transparent as possible. You know what I mean? But I guess in this instance, it really didn't matter since we're keeping that cutout in there, or since we're keeping that crowd in there. Okay. So, but yeah, essentially that's why it was important for us to have that extra cutout of George so that it could have that effect that it has right now of it looking like he's walking into the graphic, which is exactly, chat, dead on what they did with this graphic. What they did was they enhanced the photo. They cut out another photo of D-Wop. They cut out another photo of D-Hop, and then that, they moved him over into the layer on the left side, and that's how they're able to get that effect. That's exactly how they're able to get that effect. All right. So look at us, chat. We're making headway. We are making headway. What's going on, Chris? How we doing? Hello. All right. Now, one thing I want to show you. This font. Also being able to just look at an image graphic and recreate it is a crazy talent. Oh, thank you, Lady K. That means a lot. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I had to search far and wide. To try and find this font. One way that you can find a font, chat. Let's here's a great example. Let's go to like so let's just go ahead and go to Madden's website, right? And this is just the web designer, web developer in me. No, we don't want the logo. They thought they were slick. They really, really thought they were slick, right? So if we go to, you need this font, I will give you this font. It took me about an hour to figure out what font that they use, but I found it. All right, so as you can see, their main font, they use this font for everything specifically for Madden 24, right? So one way in which you can try to find the font is if you highlight it. If you highlight the area, right click it, and you go inspect. This is how I'm always able to find the font in anything that I'm looking for, right? So it's an H3 class. Again, this is just web jargon here, but I'm looking for the font family, right? I look for the font family. Sometimes it'll be, depending on the site, it could be Helvetica, it could be, Open Sans, it could be, typical, like your typical Google fonts, right? I know. This is the geek in me, but they got clever over here. They called this font EA-theme-typographic-heading fonts family. So what they did was they just made it their own. They just called it, they renamed it EA theme font header. Right? Same up here with the font family. EA theme primary font family. They just EA'd it. So I'm like, okay, that's how y'all want to do. That's all right. Am I hacking? No, I'm not hacking. All I wanted to do was find out the font that they had been using for all of their branding for Madden 24. But I was able to find the font. I didn't have to, I couldn't find it in, I ended up using Safari. So if anyone in EA in here is listening, I found your font. I used Safari, and from Safari, it wasn't hard to find, but I found it specifically so that we could do this tutorial, all right? So let's go ahead and get started. Wide receiver, Tennessee Titans. In this case, it's going to be wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm still not super happy with the gradient, chat. I want to play with the gradient some more. Maybe this is more of a blue than it is a purple, from what I could tell. Looks like it's more of a blue. Hey, what's going on, Prod? How we doing? Now they finna hide it. Do you think the size of Pickens will clash with the font? Honestly, C Money. Hold on, I don't know that I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. I think we should be okay. I could try and lower it. Let me see. I could try and shrink it a little bit more, but I think what's gonna happen is like. I don't want it. Maybe if I move him over a little bit. That way he's not so pronounced inside the. He's not so pronounced inside the left side. Now it makes sense why they did it the way that they did it. Let me see. We should be okay. I feel like we should be okay. Actually, hold on. I'm gonna undo that. How are you today, Prod? Alright. So, good to go. Are you guys ready for the name of this font that took me like an hour to find yesterday? Alright, let's make sure that this is white, because for whatever reason, whenever you do like a text layer or whatever, it defaults to whatever the font, whatever the color is for like the color picker. So, okay. Are you guys ready? Text. Shapiro is what the font is called. Shapiro is what the font is called, and I think we want the 75 heavy. So go ahead and click on here. Alright, we're definitely gonna have to go. I gotta fix my monitor, chat. We're gonna go down in size, so I'm decreasing the size of the font quite a bit. Lorem ipsum, that's just the font. That's just the default text that it comes up with, so we're gonna go George Pickens. Let's control. Might go down a little bit more. Pitts. Steelers. Alright, it's super long right now, but we're gonna shrink it some more. No, that's not what it said. It said wide receiver, Tennessee Titans. Okay, hold on. Wide receiver. Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, obviously, the team, the Madden team, they have an assorted. You know, they probably have access to. They probably have access to Getty images, so I'm sure they could probably find a photo that's a little bit more complimentary. You know what I mean? Oh shoot, another thing that I failed to realize, we gotta put the NFLPA logo at the top too, so that it shows up in there like that. Alright, so let's move this over here like so. Doing a lot better this weekend. I'm glad you're doing good. Let me catch up on chat. Other than my sports teams losing, is that already included in the PSD or find it externally? Is what? Is that an Adobe provided font? It is not. No. Like I said, I searched far and wide for it and I found it. Alright, this is gonna be tricky because let's see, can I move him? Oh wait, undo. I gotta make sure that the other layer is selected if I move them. Like so. Yeah, all the cool fonts are fonts that you're gonna have to go out and find. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I'm just gonna be honest about it. I don't know if we can get around. No. Let me lock that up here. Yeah, this is going to be tricky, chat, just because the font is going to bleed over a little bit. If I had to guess the size, I would say it's probably about right there. We might have to find another photo of George Pickens, but that's alright. I'm going to duplicate this layer. Actually, no, we're not going to duplicate this layer. We're going to add another text. George. And this is actually the 95 weight. So, George. Unless we just have it. Unless I put a drop shadow on Steelers, but then that's gonna take away from, or what I could do. This is what I might do. I'm gonna add a layer inside the George Pickens folder. I'm gonna make sure, granted I'm still in the folder, I put the actual George Pickens photo above it, and I'm gonna splash. Looks really good so far. Yeah, for sure. The VOD's gonna be up forever. Paint bucket. Maybe if I take the fill down. A little bit like that so that you can see the actual word Steelers. Or maybe I just move this down some. Actually, that's not terrible. Alright, let's get Pickens. Duplicate, Command J. Your name is Pickens. Move this down. Change this to Pickens. Hey, what's going on, Madden? We might have to use another photo, chat. Unless I do something to the effect of... keep the fill. It's possible what they did as well is, here, watch this. Move this down like so. I suck at Photoshop. I use Fireworks and Canva. Hey, I've been working in Photoshop for years. So I totally understand. They may have completely separated D-Hop from the crowd. They might have. Here, hold on. I'll keep this like so. Maybe what they did, honestly, is they did a content aware. I think they did a content aware, honestly. Here, let's go back and work with our actual George Pickens file. Hold on. I think they did a content aware. Oh, undo. Content aware fill. That looks terrible though. Hold on. That looks so bad. It just looks so bad. Alright, I've got some more learning to do with that, chat. I'm not really digging the content aware. Unless... Narrative fill. Oh wait, cancel. No, we don't want that. What'd you select? Yeah, it looks so bad.
Well, miss, I guess I'll be on my way now. You just give me a...
Can the AI cover the top of the expanded area? That's what I'm confused. That's where I'm stuck, honestly. Try that as a new background. Try what as a new background? I'm lost. Or maybe they were just like, oh, we might have something. We might have something. This is an old way in which I used to do things, but alright, this is super advanced stuff, chat. I do not like this new gradient, like the way that they... Hold on, I'm gonna try something. What's going on, Curve Cray? That might work. Here we go. I think this will work. It's a real ghetto way of doing it. I'm sure there was an easier way to do what I just did. But I think this is what we're gonna have to go with. Alright. Save that. No, what I just did was super ghetto, but it worked. I think it's gonna work. Hang on. Alright, so let's go ahead and alright. Hey, Funky, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome in. Alright, we're gonna name this George Pickens 2. Let's go ahead and shrink this down. Let's get this out of here. Oh, what? Alright, I have the whole thing. Oh, let me, here we go. I'm shrinking him down. Hold on. Oh, hold on, chat. Hold on. Oh shoot, you know what? Take that cutout out. This is a very jank way, but I think it's a way that's gonna work. I think this is gonna work. Whoa, 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 whoa. There we go. There we go. We did it. Alternative, not jank. We did it though. All right, we got there. All right, I will try and walk. So basically, what I did, chat. C Money is absolutely right. Essentially, what they did, they cut the player out, right? They cut D-Wop out or D-Hop out. And this is like a crowd photo in itself, and they probably within that cutout they just put him like essentially where I have George Pickens right now. Okay? So that is definitely an advanced process. I might have to put that behind a paywall. Like I said, I'm sure the way in which I just did that is there's probably an easier way to do it. But we ultimately got to where we wanted. Right? We ultimately got to where we wanted. All right. Now, let's move on to what could potentially be. We still in the intro class doc. Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. All right, here we go. Overall. So what I will do, let's go ahead and close that. We're gonna duplicate the Pickens text. So Command J, Control J. We're gonna shrink the file size or the font. I'm actually also gonna create another ruler here, so we know exactly where we should be working from. So I'm gonna move George over. So he's within that. Rename that layer overall. Are you guys still with me? Are you still with me here? Alright, we're gonna go down a little bit more on the font with that. So this tool right here, set tracking for selected characters, we can decipher if we want there to be like a decent amount of separation between the letter spacing or a tight amount, right? So if I had to guess, looking at this, I would say it is maybe -10. All right, we'll double click on it. We're gonna change this to overall. Make sure that's over here. It's the line. We also want to make sure that we change the color of it. Okay. So we're gonna change the color of it. Looks like they have like a yellowish. yellowish color to it, like a light yellowish color to it a little bit. Looks about right. Actually, I think we'll go -5 on this. We'll go -5 on this. All right, y'all. Now the fun part. What is a reasonable overall that we could select for George Pickens? All right. They gave D-Hop a 90+1. What's a reasonable overall that we could go? 74? All right, what else? Of course, 99. Of course, the 82. Ooh, 82 could be good. 82 could be nice. 82 + 1. 80. Let's go 80. Let's go 80. That's not bad. I mean, he's nowhere near I mean, a lot of that has to do with play calling as well. Shout out to George Pickens. I know he's frustrated. I know he's not happy right now. He could potentially be a 90, but at the same time, I feel like he would have to. He just needs more balls. Like he just needs more balls. Pause. He just needs more balls. All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate that overall layer. Command J, Control J. That's how you duplicate. We're gonna move it down. We're gonna change this to 80. So we'll go 80. Not gonna say it. All right, and then we're gonna increase the size since it's relatively big. And the graphic. So 80 overall. Want to make sure the spacing is right. 80. We'll give him a +1. We'll do the exact +1. Command save. Make sure we're saving our work. We'll give him a +1 as well. So Command J, Control J. We're gonna go down on size. So +1. It looks like I think they used the 75 on that as well. So we're gonna go down on the font size. At least I think they went down. That bad boy over here like so. Oh no, they actually use the heavy. All right, they use the 95 heavy, so change that to 95 heavy. It still looks relatively smaller though, so we're gonna go down a little bit more on that. This is accurate since this core item is a 79. All right, yeah, let's be reasonable about this. Let's be reasonable about this. All right, perfect. 80 overall +1. All right, catching. I mean, he caught the ball against, what was it? The Titans, but he didn't get his feet in bounds. So I'm going to duplicate where it says overall. I'm going to duplicate that text. I'm actually going to move that layer above the +1. Let's rename that layer catch awareness. Let's bring it down. Oh, wait. It's just catching. All right. I'm also going to go down on the size with this as well. 25. All right. So catching. We're going to change the font color to white because remember it's white to have an emphasis on the white. All right, I'm going to go down on the font size a little bit more again. So, all right. Catching. What do we think for catching, chat? 62? 70? What are we thinking? What do we think is reasonable for George Pickens in catching? Maybe 72? I mean, his overall is not very high, right? 78 or 79. All right. We'll We'll go 78. All right, so I'm gonna duplicate the 80 chat. Move the layer up here. 82. I mean, he does. You know what, Dev? He does have hands. He does have hands. Let's go 82. All right, so let's do this. 82. We're gonna make this white. We're gonna go down on the font size a bit. His catching is better than his routes. So move that over here. Come on, man. Like so. Or maybe we go 81 plus 1. Or what do we think? All right, let's go 81. We'll go 81. Move it over like so. At the end of this chat, we're actually gonna make a folder. Actually, let's do that now. Let's go ahead and make a folder. Let's go ahead and group wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steelers, George Pickens. So basically what I did is I clicked on the layer, shift, and clicked on Pickens. So that highlighted all 3 of those. Let's go ahead and create that folder. Let's call this Pickens top text. Okay. Let's go ahead and group. Actually, let's go ahead and get the ratings first, and then we'll go ahead and group everybody. All right. We're gonna duplicate this +1. So Command J. We're gonna move them up here, and then we can go like so. Let's see. All right, looks about right. That looks about right. All right. Now, awareness, chat. I'm going to duplicate catching awareness. Or actually, let's just call this catching. Catching. Command J, move this up below the NFLPA. We're going to name this awareness. All right. So let's go ahead and move it down like so. Shift, arrow, whatever you want to use to move it down. All right. Let's go ahead and call this. Nope. That's not what we want. Call this awareness. Did I spell that right? Did I spell awareness right? Where spelling is crucial as well, chat. You got to make sure that you're spelling things right. There's nothing worse than like going live with a graphic and you spelled stuff wrong. All right, awareness. Is George Pickens aware? I mean, let's just be honest. Like, I feel like his awareness is okay. It's just, he's just been getting double teamed left and right. And then Kenny Pickett actually kind of talked about that as well, you know? He talked about that. By the way, C-Money, if you're still here, I will send you this font. I will send you this font and you can use it for whatever it is that you wanna use it for. Yeah, he's aware that he needs the ball. What do we think here, guys? 75 awareness? That's actually not bad. That's actually not terrible. Yo, what the hell? For whatever reason, my YouTube chat is not... I didn't see my YouTube chat. Chat, if you're over on YouTube, if you've said something, I apologize if I missed your messages. For whatever reason, I gotta get this figured out. But if you're over on YouTube, say hello, say hi. Appreciate you guys coming through and hanging out. Appreciate the likes so far. Uncle Bending, I see you. What's up, what's up, what's up? Tick, what's up, what's up, what's up? Zacoby, what up, what up, what up? Appreciate you saying nice things. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I feel bad because like it's a very good possibility you guys like sent those messages a while ago and like I just did not see them. So I do apologize. I promise I'm not neglecting my YouTube people over there. It's just I just didn't see it come through in the multi chat. So, but Yeah, and you know, if you're still here and you're lurking, that's cool too. That's completely fine. All right, 75. I like 75. We'll go 75. So I'm gonna duplicate. Wait, let's change this to. Hold on. Let's change this to 81 because it's not 82. All right, we're gonna duplicate the 80, 81. Command J, Control J. Move it up above awareness. All right, Lady K said 79. Oh wait, you said 75. My bad, my bad. 75. How funny would it be if like George Pickens has like a stellar game against the Packers and they end up making an actual graphic for this? Wouldn't that be funny? Wouldn't that be so funny? All right, let's go ahead and duplicate our +1. So Control J, Command J if you're on a Mac. Moving it above the 75 over here. Let's go ahead and move them. We know who did it first. Well, it's funny because I am going to put this on social, but I have to be like, listen, disclaimer, this is not in any way an actual Madden graphic. It's just we just recreated it for the sake of teaching people how to make this particular graphic in Photoshop. All right, and then the last one, deep route running. I feel like I feel like this is big. I feel like this one is big. So we're going to duplicate awareness, Command J, Control J. If you're on PC like me. Well, in this case, I can't watermark it because it's not mine. I'm just duplicating what they have here. But like for like my personal stuff, I mean, to be completely honest with you, the only time I truly make graphics such as these is like for work. You know, like when I was working at Sporting News or when I was working with an NFL franchise. I mean, my style, my personal style is just, there are some attributes within sports design that my personal style has, but for the most part, like, it's just different. It's just different. And I feel like with these type of tutorials and these type of streams, like, I'm just showing you like how to recreate exciting sports type graphics. Does that make sense? All right, so we're gonna change this to deep route running. So let's go ahead and move this over. 80 overall. All right, I think we can work with that. So duplicate the 75, move it up. 80. Alright, move that over some. Make sure the spacing is okay. Alright, I think I want to move some stuff up. Let's move this up a little bit, like so. And then sorry, chat, had to sneeze. I feel like the awareness is too low. All right, we can address that. I'm gonna move all this up some. All right, deep route running, and then we'll make another copy of this. Move that up like that. All right, so what are we thinking for awareness then, since 75 is too low? What do we think? Mathematically, it should be a 79. All right. 79. All right. All right, perfect. All right, let's go ahead and start grouping these. So this is the awareness section. As you can see, I've got the text awareness 79 and then the copy of the +1. So let's go ahead and group this and name this awareness. All right, and then for catching, I'm gonna highlight catching 81 +1. Group that. We'll call that catching. All right. 78 probably good for an 80 overall. So when you say mathematically, Lady K, like what are we thinking? I'm just grouping these chats so we know what to reference. Overall. We're almost done, chat. We are almost done. Look at this. The only thing that we have left to do, honestly, is this down here. And I feel like this is going to be super simple to do. The average of those three is 80. Let's save this. Do you know what I think they did as well? Here. We're going to create another layer above the because I feel like this section down here, like with the background and the gradient, I feel like they, like it's still like a little bit more red right here. And I honestly think what they did, here, let me go ahead and color pick that. Color pick that. We are going to go back here to our graphic. We're actually going to create another layer up top where it says left side. So I'm going to hit plus. We're gonna name this brush. We'll name this red brush because I honestly feel like they put like a splash of a red brush. And even if they didn't, like, we still want the effect to be as close as possible. Let's see what happens. Oh wait, no, that's the eraser. Hold on. There we go. See. Ooh, we're getting somewhere. Let me undo. Let me make the brush a little bit bigger. Let me make the brush a little bit bigger. About 400. Let's see what we got. Ooh. Do a couple more dabs. Pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. I'm gonna have to live with that. I think it's pretty damn close. Pretty damn close. Alright. Look at us, chat. We are just about there. Alright, I think the next line of business, or the next thing that we do, let's just make sure our spelling looks good. Wide receiver, Pittsburgh Steelers, George Pickens. 80 overall, catching 81, +1, awareness 79 +1. Deep route running, 80 +1. Not bad. Not bad. All right, let's go ahead and get our Madden 24 logo down here. Let's go ahead and get our... Oh, wait. We're not done yet. We need to make a group for deep route running. So let's highlight deep route running plus 80. The 80 plus the copy of the +1. Let's name this group deep route running. Always save, chat. Command S, Control S, just to make sure that you're getting your work backed up. Typo with receiver. I had a feeling there was something wrong. I had a feeling. Thank you, Lady K. Wide. Thank you for being my extra eye. Oh, so you do these for EA? No, I do not. That's the thing. I do not work for EA. I do not do these for EA. I am just walking you wonderful people on how they made this graphic. Piece by piece, how they made this graphic. And I would say we're pretty doggone close. I would say we are pretty doggone close. Well, yeah, now. Might be something to inquire about. And you are wonderful yourself. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I mean, whatever happens, happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, as you guys know, I'm still very much into, I have no problem being transparent about this. Your girl is unemployed. I do not have anything full-time presently. Obviously you need money in order to make money. And so, you know, we'll see what the future holds. I had a phone screening today that I felt like went pretty good. I mean, if anything, I just kind of dusted the cobwebs off. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see what manifests from the phone screen, if anything. But you know, in the meantime, you know, your girl she's doing the best that she can. Your girl is doing the best that she can, and also just, you know, creating these. I really, really enjoy creating these like educational components for you guys. Like, I just started doing it. We did our first episode last week. This is our second episode, and I promise we are going to get into landing pages. Don't you worry. Matt Canada is still top of mind. So, but yeah, I mean, this was my career path, chat. Like, having worked for, you know, different NFL teams, like, this is what brings me the most joy. Like, doing things like this, you know? When one of these catches the right eye, we'll see. We'll definitely see. So, I like that. But, I mean, for the most part, the gradient is still a little bit off here. Yo, Big Stupid coming back, 31 months. Let's go. Thank you so much, Big Stupid. I appreciate you. Let's get oh shoot, forgot about the whoopies and neenies, man. Forgot about the whoopies and neenies. But we're so close to getting done. Like I said, this last part down here, this is all we have to do, and then we're done. And then we are done, and then we can share this wonderful work on social media. And we're good. But I like what we have here for Georgie. All right, let's get our Madden 24 logo in that bottom right hand corner over here. So let me expand like that. Let's open up and go into I think it's in our downloads. Yeah, it's in our downloads folder. Madden 24 logo, open. Oh God, of course. Of course we can't. I had a feeling that was going to be a problem. All right. Madden 24 logo. Let's get out of the inspection tool. Which one did we... Oh, we grabbed this one. Open image in a new tab. Save as. Yeah, I don't want to save it as nobody's... No. That's not what I wanted to do. We might have to use the same technique. That's not a good one. Not a good one. Oh, perfect. Here we go. Open. Alright, this one might work. Save as. Madden 24 logo. Downloads. Alright, this is the exact one that we need. Chat. Let's get back in here. Alright. Command save. Control save. Surprised you didn't have his morale at 25. Well, I don't have his morale as 25, Brian, because I don't want to be misleading to the people, okay? So what we have right now is we're in class right now. So since you decided to disrupt class, please stand up. As you can see, based on the EA graphic that they have here, they have his overall, they have his catching, and they have his deep route running, okay? And the whole objective behind this class session is to try and imitate as much as possible, or make this graphic as much as possible like EA's graphic. I don't know about you, but I think we're pretty much there. So, welcome to the class. Exactly. We're here to learn, you know. I love you so much, but you know, when we're playing Madden, when we're actually playing Madden and not learning today, you know, we can have the cynical nature then. Okay? So, let's just give the cynical nature a break for right now. Okay? Okay. All right, let's go ahead and find our EA logo. You're welcome, Master. Brian's probably like, you know what? I didn't have it. I've had it. All right. We're going to grab the logo. At least I thought we grabbed the logo. Oh, wait, no. Are we using the right tool? What the freak? Got it. There we go. All right, there it is. Now we got to shrink it down some. Let's Let's lower this since we've grabbed it in there. Let's go ahead and call this. Let's move it below the NFLPA Madden 24 logo. Command T, Control T. Let's shrink it down proportionately. Okay. All right, let's get our ruler tool so that we are let's make sure that we have our logo, our Madden logo aligned much the same level as the NFLPA logo. I think it might be a little bit smaller. What do we think, chat? Is it? Maybe we'll go a tad bit smaller. Multitasking learning might be me unlocking my next dad level. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Down a little bit more on that. Perfect. All right. Now, we're almost done, chat. We are literally almost done here. I'd imagine BC is ready for tonight's game. I would think so. What is it? Chargers and Jets? I would think so. Where did Pickens play college ball at? Georgia. Shout out to Hauser. Hauser knows. He was a Georgia Bulldog. Georgia. All right, we're almost done. We're almost done. Look at us, chat. We are almost there. Literally the only thing that we have left to do, exactly, Hauser knows, is this right here. This right here. And this actually, I think the way that they did it, I'm going to go ahead and create a folder, or go ahead and create a group, and then we're going to create inside that group. Top dog. Hold on. All right, let me go ahead and create this group. Let's call this 24 field or something. I don't know. I'm just calling it a name for the sake of calling it a name. All right. Let's get our white text. Let's call this. Hey, what's going on, Deshaun? Good afternoon. Been following for a while. Quick question for you. Is there something wrong with solo battles? Haven't been able to get on since Saturday. Thanks in advance. I do not know. But our wonderful community member, Gray, would probably know. Gray, can you help our friend out? He's having some issues with solo battles. He hasn't been able to get on. So that's the great thing about my community, is if I don't have the answer, more than likely someone in here does. Okay. All right, that looks about golden. Is it smaller than that? It's actually smaller than that, chat. Go down some more. Oh, that looks about right. That looks about right. Okay. Okay. All right, chat. Now, actually, what we're gonna have to do next is we're gonna have to create this shape here. So you guys see how they have like. You guys see how they have like this shape right here? We're actually going to have to try to create that. So let's go ahead and do that. With the triangle tool. So here's what I'll do. Alright, I don't have it proportioned, which is exactly what I want. Alright, let's just see what that looks like. That's pretty damn close. That triangle is pretty damn close. So now what we'll do is Control T. We're gonna rotate this bad boy. So you see how it has like the little like curve arrow? You see how it has like the curve arrow here? So now what we'll do is just press on our mouse and we're gonna move it. We're gonna move it to a 90-degree angle. And And if you want to be precise, up here in the top where it says, I have it highlighted, it says 89.43. We're just going to change that to 90. And boom. There we have it. So let's move it close to about right there, I think is where it's at. It's pretty close. That is pretty damn close, chat. Alright, perfect. Alright, now let's get the lines. Let's call this 24 triangle. 24 triangle. Alright. Let's go back to, let's get our line tool going now. Alright, let's get our line tool and oh wait, undo. Oh shoot, it created it inside. Let me undo. So chat, one thing that when you're creating like when you're creating shapes, it's important that you create a new layer each time you want to create a new shape. Simply because when you don't do that, it will create that shape inside that existing layer. So I undid what I just did, but as I created that line shape, it created it inside the 24 triangle layer, and that's not what we want, right? That's not what we want at all. So let's go ahead and do the plus tool here. Let's go back and get our line tool and shift so that it's perfect like that. And we're good. All right, so we're gonna create how many of these? 1, 2, and I'm gonna show you what they did here too. This see this little blur effect here. I feel like I know what they did. So they've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these bad boys. All right, so we're gonna duplicate it 4 times. Make sure the spacing is good. Control J, Command J if you're on a Mac. Another Command J. 1, 2. Another one. 1, 2. I think the spacing is about right. Maybe, need a little bit more spacing. 1. Alright, that looks about right. Alright, let's go back to line 1. I think what they did here, chat, like I said, there's like a little blur here. I don't know if you can see it that much here, but it looks like a little, there's like a little blur there. You can kind of see it well here too. All right, I think what they did was they put like a little blur there, and they also took down the fill, maybe just a tad, I think. So let's go ahead and work on that. Let's work on line 1. All right, so we've got line 1 highlighted. All right, line 1, and then we're going to go to filter, and then we're going to go to blur. I think it's just a regular blur. I don't think, or maybe it's does it look like a motion blur? Let's see what motion blur looks like. Oh wait, we've got to convert it into a smart object. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. I don't think it's a motion blur. Let's cancel that. But what we do need to do, chat, is we need to change all of these to smart objects. So I'm doing that right now as we speak. Highlight the line, right click, convert to smart object. Otherwise, Photoshop is going to scream at us. All right, maybe it's a Gaussian blur, so we'll go back to filter. Or maybe a regular blur. Nah, undo. Maybe it's Gaussian. Hold on. Hold on. Blur. That's a bit much. I feel like it is a motion blur. I don't know. Hold on. Or maybe it is Gaussian. I don't know. Hold on. I'm just guessing at this point, chat. I don't know the exact blur that they use, but there's definitely a blur on that. Alright, we'll go 0.9, and I think they did take the fill down some too. Alright, so it's about 85% fill. So we'll stick with that. Alright, line 2 copy. I think they had another blur. Alright, we're just gonna put the... Hold on. We'll add more fill here. It's pretty damn close. It's pretty damn close. We're almost done, chat. You guys have been fantastic and hanging tight with me here. We're almost done. Looks like there's more space between. There we go. Alright, the line copy. Add a Gaussian blur, but it's not that much Gaussian blur. 0.3. Alright, let's go ahead and put these lines inside of a group. So selecting all of them. Lines. Alright, we need to put this group inside the 24 field because that's what we ultimately name this group, right? So that's our entire group right there. That's our entire group. Alright, now we need to duplicate this group, chat. Because essentially what we're going to do is we're going to move from where we're at right now, and we're going to move over to the left. So, Command J, Control J, and then I'm just going to move it. Like so. I'm going to do it again. Move it like so. Let's see. Let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, there's 3 of them. We have 3, right? So right there. Copy about. Chat, we are done. Look at us. We are freaking done. We did it. Now we can move our lines. We can move our lines since everything is, for the most part, where it's at. Lauren, did you notice you've been in the Madden directory this whole time? That's where I want it to be. We're making a Madden graphic. I wanted to attract Madden players that have an interest in doing something like this by being in the Madden directory. That was totally by design. Last week we were in the sports directory. You know? Like, I wish they would get... I mean, I know Twitch has done, for the most part, as much as they possibly can. Do you know what I mean? As much as they possibly can, as far as getting as granular as possible. But, yeah. So, like, if I make another Madden graphic, yeah, I'm gonna be in the Madden directory. I don't care. And, like, for the rest of our sports design, we're gonna be in the sports category. What's going on, Dean? How we doing? But, chat, did we do it or did we do it? Did we do it or did we do it? And we did it in 2.5 hours. I think our stream last week took us like... I think we did it in like 4 hours last week. But if you were ever wondering, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, how the EA Digital team makes this kind of graphic in which they deploy player rating updates. Hypothetically, if George Pickens got an update, this is exactly what it would look like. Damn, the gradient thing is still bothering me. Yo, what just happened? Oh my god, Jay, thank you so much for those 10 gifted subs. If you just got a gifted sub from our friend Jay, please thank them. Please thank them. Enjoy the stream. Enjoy the emotes front row seat just for you. I like to, let's see, what do I like to do? God, thank you so much for that, bro. Thank you so much for that. Let's go, full screen mode. This is it. This is our final graphic here. Thank you for the tutorial. More tutorials to come, guys. More freaking tutorials to come. But this is our final. This is our final. Again, this is going to be on YouTube. So you can definitely check out the YouTube VOD that's going to be up. I'm not deleting them. But again, guys, like I just cannot say it enough. Like, any and everybody can do this. Okay? I think sometimes we look at things and we just create this invisible mountain. You know, like we just create this invisible mountain and say to ourselves, there's no way that I'm able to do this. There's no way that I can, like, it's impossible. Nothing is impossible, guys. Okay? And do me a favor. Stop competing with one another. Do you hear me? Stop competing. Stop invisibly competing with your peers and the people around you. Okay? The fact that there is not enough food at the table when it comes to the content creation space, it's just a flat out lie. Okay? It's just a flat out lie. Okay? Keep doing you. Keep being awesome. Keep being amazing. Stop looking around at what other people are doing. And you know what? If you feel like you have a talent, or you feel like that you've been in, you know, a situation in which you could potentially help other people, you know, share that knowledge. I love the fact that I'm able to share this knowledge with you guys. Like, this is fun for me. This is a different side of content. I could play video games all day, every day. But at the end of the day, like, I wanted to bring a different dimension of content in which I can be helpful and be a resource to you guys. You know what I mean? I'm here for learning. There you go, Dev. See? I fully expect Dev to be able to have the ability to create graphics like this. And not say you don't want to create graphics like this, at least you can use it as motivation to create whatever it is that you want to create. You know what I mean? Pirating Dev, can you do a MUT card potentially? Yeah. I mean, like I said, I really want to get started with the Matt Canada landing page, but yeah, we can do a MUT card. What's going on, Alec? How we doing? Welcome in. But we did it, guys. We absolutely did it. All right, I'm getting ready to sign off on YouTube. So if you were joining us over on YouTube, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back with another episode very soon. Love you guys so much for hanging out with us over on YouTube. And like I said, the plan is to get started with the Matt Canada landing page very soon. I think that's probably going to be our next episode, is the Matt Canada landing page. So it was fun. I'm glad you had a good time, Uncle Bending. And thanks for being a mod over there too. I appreciate that as well. Thank you. So we are officially signing off on YouTube. And YouTube, I will see you guys next time.